Hey everyone. Today we're going to jump into a tool that has totally reshaped modern software development, Docker. You hear about it everywhere, and for good reason. But does that mean it's the perfect fit for every single project? Well, let's get into it and break down the real pros and cons. And that really is the big question, isn't it? Is Docker this perfect magical solution that solves all our problems? Or is it actually a pretty complex trade-off with its own set of headaches? We're going to look at both sides of that coin. All right, so let's start with the good stuff. To really get why Docker is so incredibly popular, you've got to understand the key advantages that have made it a go-to for so many developers and teams out there. When you boil it all down, its biggest strengths really fall into four main buckets: portability, resource efficiency, isolation, and automation. So let's unpack what each of these actually means when you're in the trenches writing code. First up, and this is the big one, is portability. This is the magic that finally solves that age-old developer nightmare of, well, it works on my machine. See, by bundling up your app and everything it needs to run into one single container, you can build it just once and be totally confident it's going to run the exact same way everywhere. On your laptop, on a test server, in production, it just works. So how is it so efficient? Well, think about old-school virtual machines. Each one needs its own entire guest operating system, which is super heavy. But Docker, it's a whole different ballgame. All the containers share the main operating system's kernel, and that's the secret sauce. That's why they're so lightweight and so fast. You can run way more apps on the same machine. It's literally about doing more with less. Next up, we have isolation. Basically, every single container lives in its own little bubble. Its processes, its files, its network, they're all completely walled off from everything else. And why does that matter? Well, it means one container can't mess with another, which prevents all sorts of conflicts and adds a really important layer of security. And finally, let's talk workflow. Docker was practically born for automation. You can write a simple file that defines your app's entire environment. This lets you create this beautifully smooth, repeatable process. You code something, it automatically builds an image, runs tests, and then you can deploy that exact same image. It makes the whole pipeline faster and, honestly, just way more reliable. Okay, so we've seen why everyone loves Docker. It's pretty powerful stuff. But to be fair, we have to look at the other side. Let's talk about the real-world hurdles, the not-so-great parts that teams can definitely run into. So yeah, what's the catch, right? I mean, with all those amazing benefits, there have to be some trade-offs. And you'd be right, there are. Let's dive into some of the challenges so you get the full picture.
And just like the pros, the challenges kind of fall into four big buckets too. There's a definite learning curve. It does use up some extra resources. You've got to think about security. And then there's the complexity of managing it all when you get really big.
First off, that learning curve is real. You can't just pick up Docker in an afternoon. It's more than just a few new commands. It's a whole new way of thinking. You've got to wrap your head around images, containers, volumes, networking. For a team that's new to all this, it's a real upfront investment in time and training to get comfortable. Next, let's talk resources. Now, we said containers are way more efficient than virtual machines, and that's true, but they aren't totally free. They still add a layer on top of your system that eats up a little bit of CPU and memory. It's not a lot, but it's more than just running the app directly on the machine. It's the price you pay for all that portability and isolation. And what about security? Remember how we said isolation is a big plus? Well, it's not a magic shield. As this quote points out, a simple mistake, like giving a container way more permissions than it needs, can open up some scary security holes. The bottom line is, Docker is a powerful tool, and with that power comes the responsibility to really know what you're doing. And finally, scale. Look, managing a handful of containers, it's pretty straightforward. But what happens when you're managing hundreds or thousands of them in a live production environment? It becomes this incredibly complex web. To handle that, you need something called an orchestration tool, like Kubernetes. And while Kubernetes is amazing, it's also a beast. It adds a whole new, massive layer of complexity to your setup. Okay, we've seen the bright side, and we've stared into the pitfalls. So now, let's bring it all together. How do you actually make the final call for your own projects?
This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? For deployment, you get that awesome portability, but the flip side is the orchestration complexity at scale. For efficiency, you get to use your resources way better, but you still have to account for that extra overhead. For security, you get fantastic isolation, but you're always one misconfiguration away from a potential risk. And for your workflow, you get slip automation, but only after you and your team climb that initial learning curve. It's a textbook case of trade-offs.
So ultimately, there is no one right answer. The decision really comes down to your specific situation. So the question I want to leave you with is this. When you look at your team, your app, and where you're headed, which side of this coin weighs more for you?